Hi everybody, it's Mr. Brown here. This is actually the first video I'm trying to upload, and I just wanted to share with everyone some things that I've been doing at home and some things you can do at home to create some sculptures. You all know that I am a sculptor. I love drawing, but that was a tool that I used later on. I started to draw at a young age, and now I just really enjoy sculpting more. So I've been using this stuff called Super Sculpey. This is a little bit like the model clay we use in the art room. And it comes in a big block like this that you can kind of tear apart. And it's like the model clay in the fact that it's kind of oily, and it feels really similar. But the nice part about this stuff is that you can cook it in the oven. And what this is like a little cactus. And if you can imagine, there'll be like two little arms right here coming off of it later on. I use tin foil and wire. I got this big spool of wire here. Now, I don't expect you to be able to use stuff like this to create things, but I have some really cool stuff that I've made that I'm going to show you the start of. Okay, so it all starts with a little bit of tin foil, and you can do this at home, even if you don't have fancy clay and stuff like that. And if you do want to look into this kind of clay, make sure that it's age appropriate. This Sculpey clearly says on the back, it's for kids. Whoop, where is it? 14 and up right there. So there are kid-safe alternatives of this stuff, and usually they are air dry clay or just regular polymer clay. And you can have mom and dad or whoever's at home to look that up with you. Today I'm going to show you how to create a simple sculpture with just tape and tin foil. Okay, and if you don't have this, you can crumple up paper. You can do whatever you need to do to create it in your own way. But I'm just going to take this tin foil and I'm going to create a simple flower today, I figured. So if I take this tin foil, you can roll it, you can crumple it. I'm just going to roll it because I want to start with my stem. So I just rolled it up. Okay, and it can be a really big stem. It can be a small stem. You can fold it over itself so it's a little bit thicker. Right. And what you can do is you can leave it just like this, like the tin foil. Or if you have a little extra tape, you can always tape the outside of the tin foil so then you can paint it later. Well, conveniently, my tape is already green. So I'm going to tape it all the way down it. Okay. And we got the start of our stem here. Okay. Now, for each of the little petals and each of the little flowers, what we can do is, since I folded this in half, I have a little opening, like a hook at the top. I can just continue to kind of loop together pieces of tin foil. Just kind of scrunch it up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of break this tin foil off. A pair of scissors really helps. I have a pair of wire cutters right here, so I just use that. And what I'm going to do to make the center of my flower is I'm going to fit it through that little loop. And I'm just going to ball this up and loop it around like this. Okay, so I just kind of looped it up. And now if I close this shut, you get kind of like what looks like the center of a flower here. Okay, like that little circle you see in the center of a daisy maybe. Okay. Now what you can start to do is you can make your petals one by one by ripping a small piece of tin foil and creating any shaped petal you want. My petal is going to be kind of round at the top. Okay, and it's just going to come down to a little point. Okay, and what you can do is you can either fit it into the tin foil somewhere, or if you have that tape that I was talking about, you can just tape your tin foil on one piece at a time. And you can use clear tape, you can use painting tape, anything works. So you can see I added that first petal now. Okay, and I'm going to just continue these steps until I'm done and I'm happy with my petal. Okay, so again, I just have a little piece of tin foil. and I'll just start to shape it into the shape I want. No right or wrong way to do it. It's going to be kind of crinkly. And remember, you can do this with paper too, right? So you don't need tin foil, and you should always ask for permission from mom and dad or grandma and grandpa or whoever you're spending your time in quarantine with if you can use their stuff, because tin foil is usually used for cooking, right? So we don't want to take away from our time in the kitchen here because we decided to use all the tin foil up making a sculpture. Okay, so I got my second petal. Okay, and you can kind of start to see it turning into my flower. Okay, I'm going to do a few more, and then I'm going to set you off and see if you can do something yourself with this. Okay, and you can use this for any type of creation you want. If you want to create an action figure, or if you want to create an animal or anything, you can use this type of method of creating. And then you can coat the outside of it in clay or Play-Doh if you have Play-Doh. Okay, anything works. Okay, so there you have it. And then when you're looking at it from the front, okay, you won't see that tape. Or if you want to cover it all in tape, you can paint over that later. Okay, so we'll leave it for here today. I'd obviously put a petal here and a petal there too. But right now, I kind of like the way it looks. And for the sake of keeping the video as short as possible to upload, we're going to leave it like this week. Okay, please feel free to email me or visit the art website for any additional resources or any questions you might have. I'll answer as soon as I possibly can. I hope everyone's staying safe and healthy, and I hope you have an awesome day. Thanks.